seconds and 5 cars are out. Just not able to cope with the straight line speed of Boy Meets Mini, but tries to drive up to the side, backs out just in time. His Valum spins again. As Zoso is in the wall. Just like Midnight Killer in the S markers 278.
It's not my fault.
As MG Dan seems to maybe bump the back of Midnight Killer a little bit. Midnight Killer having to wait for these two to get by him again. Zoso's power spinning a little bit as MG Dan gets ahead of him. Yellow is probably very happy with the J Webster's recovery in this race. Going from turn 1 all the way back up in the second place, fighting for the lead now. Not sure that's going to have a pace advantage on the mediums or the next stint. Actually, J Webster did start on hard tires, and he pitted once medium, so he is able to pit 4 mediums again if he really wanted to. Brings out a safety car. Both these guys are going to pit. Let's see what tires these guys put on. This is going to be interesting. As leader is putting on medium tires. I was correct. J Webster did start on those hard tires. And he drops the leader! Wow! What a pit! Stick with these guys up here. As Dido tries to do a switchback on Diego de Savage. Is he going to get it done? Dido gets the switchback done.
Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to our very first stream here on YouTube for the Moose Racing League Rookie Race. My name is Eli, also known as Punju, as you guys all know me. I'm joined by my amazing co-host, Mr. Midnight Killer, and we are here at Mexico for our very first of the 2 races. Midnight, how stoked are you today? Oh yeah, no, this is primarily for the purpose of scouting, for many people know, but it is also going to be very useful to just kind of see what kind of competition we're going to be up against for next season. So I'm stoked. As you can see, my little shirt. Obviously, I'm praying that I do get myself into the McLaren this year. We're hoping, you know. But Midnight, you know, with all these new drivers here, we've got, it looks like 12 that are racing. A few of them team principals and a few of them new drivers. What are you thinking when it comes to who's going to be the standout of the new ones?
I'm really excited to see a lot from M1 Nico. He had some unfortunate incidents in Tier 1. He qualified second, so I'm expecting to see a lot of speed from Nico. But I'm also interested to see how Michigan Fan does. I was racing with him in Tier 5.
Yeah.
I'm hoping he represents pretty well for us there.
I think he's going to do well. I think it's funny that you called him M1 Nico instead of Minico, because I think he does go by Minico. But I'm going to start calling him M1 instead. I like that way more, especially if he does prefer to go by Minico. He's M1 Nico to me from now.
That's how my brain works, I guess.
Yeah. Well, okay, so Midnight, you know obviously the structure of today and how these rookie races are going to go. You want to go ahead and explain to the audience what exactly is going to be going on here today?
So yeah, we got 2 races, 2 25% races going on for you all today. I think we might be getting another person coming on later.
Hey.
I think I saw the reserve mentioning. But yeah, so we got as soon as this race is over, we're going to be going to. Oh, you have to remind me of the second race here.
The next
Where
one's
we going to
Hungary.
next?
We're going to
Hungary, that's right.
Yes.
So around like what, 18 laps around Mexico, probably another 18 to 16 laps around Hungary. I'm not too sure where that one is, but yeah, we're gonna expect some quick action, quick races, not these long 50 percenters that are kind of long and drawn out. This is gonna give us some good expectations on how quick these guys are on these fast laps, hot laps. So I'm hoping we see some close racing here.
Yeah, and then when it comes to the qualifying format, for those of you guys that aren't exactly sure about how the qualifying format works, we're going to be going with starting out with a normal short qualifying session for the first race, and then the races or the grid will be reversed based on standings of the first race going into Hungary for the second race. So that'll be super fun. Now, speaking of the track, let's go ahead and take a look at our first track. We got Mexico. 17 turns, 4.3 kilometers, 2.6 miles, with some crazy DRS passing zones. A little bit of elevation change, but not a whole ton throughout the whole 17 corners of this track. The most fun part of it, obviously, is the stadium section. At the back, turns 15, 16. Is where all the joy happens, in my opinion. But you don't seem to be that way. What do you think about the stadium section?
It's such just slow corners. You really, if you're running no assists like I do, you really got to be really careful on the throttle application and hit those apexes cleanly just to get that right exit and get the as much speed as you want coming down this main straight after the very final turn.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely is a little bit tough at that very end. I can entirely agree with you, especially when you're no assist. Especially if you're battling somebody. In my opinion, this track has some of the smallest brake boards out of the entire year, which is so annoying. So for those that do drive no assist, they have the extra worry of visibility when it comes to exactly where they're going to be smashing the brakes. So, I say let's go ahead and get into this thing. It does look like we've got qualifying just about to start, so we're just waiting on a clock to start up. Interesting. I usually don't see that at the beginning of qualifying sessions.
I think it is a one-shot quali.
Yes. Yes, you're right. Yeah. One shot, not a short. Don't listen to me, guys. Never smart to listen to me. That being said, with it being a one-shot quali, who do you want to look at?
Oh man, right?
I'm thinking Minico.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's take a look at Minico and see how he handles the crazy track that is the Autodromo Hermanos de Rodriguez, named after the famous Rodriguez brothers, who were Formula One drivers back in the 70s. Both of them actually killed in motor racing accidents. Did you know that?
Oh, I did not.
Yep. Yeah, it's named after a pair of brothers. The two most recent, very successful Mexican drivers before Sergio. Sergio, I think, is the most successful Mexican driver. Ooh, there's Minico making a bit of a mistake. Turn 10 right, or turn 7, I want to say that is.
A little slippery.
But yeah, they're actually the most successful drivers besides Sergio. Sergio's number 1 when it comes to most successful Mexican drivers. There haven't been a whole ton, though. I think there's only 6 in all of history, 6 or 7. It's a relatively unrepresented country for Formula One.
Hey, I wouldn't know, but I am getting started on my history buff of Formula One as I've been going through. I think I've hit the highlights of the 1972 season with Jackie Stewart creaming most of the field, and Jackie Hicks also in there. And
well, speaking of creaming the field, look at Minico. He, I think, is about to destroy everybody.
Oh yeah.
Whoa, that's not surprising. 6/10 ahead. Holy smokes.
We got a good range, but there was some close drive in there.
Yeah, that's a way to get us started for sure. Oops. Looks like my second camera for you didn't come through. No worries. So we've got Minico leading the pack right here. Up at the top at a 16.3, Andy at a 16.6. Great qualifying for him. Yellow Snowman, obviously no surprise. He's sitting in 3rd, though, which I'm kind of surprised he's that far off from the top. But Stig in 4th, Common 5th, Echo in 6th, AK in 7th, Michigan Fan in 8th, Corny in 9th, Jacobson in 10th with a disqualified. Lolly also disqualified. Jim also just disqualified. So you can see the pace difference between the Tier 1 versus potential Tier 5 guys. Minico 2 seconds ahead of last season's Tier 5 driver. That's nuts. How big of a difference that is.
Yeah, but that shows, right? Tier 1, Tier 5, and that's the difference. I feel
Yeah.
like 2 seconds sounds about right.
Yep. And then also throwing in those TPs in the middle of there, I think is pretty smart, especially putting, Yellow Snowman right there in the middle of it. It'll be interesting to see them drive alongside versus just drive from a watching perspective. So they're going to be able to have a much different, point of view on it being actually next to them on track. Going into this race, obviously I'm expecting to see Minico probably win it, but what are you, let's put yourself back in Team Principal's shoes, even though I know you're retiring going into next season. If you were a Team Principal looking at this race from a spectator's point of view, what would you be looking at right now?
I mean, really, you're looking for racecraft, right? You're looking to see guys who are able to maintain, safe driving, maintain a good racing line, and make smart decisions. I think something I've learned over my first year of sim racing is patience. Patience is key, right? You gotta pick and choose your battles. You gotta make the move at the right time. You don't want to dive in at the wrong corner, in the wrong place, and catch yourself and someone else up in a mix. So I think that's what we're looking for, man. We're looking for folks to be clean racing. We want to see some side-by-side, good, nice overtakes. Please, no dive bombs.
Well, maybe one or two. I mean, come on, that's fun. Speaking of Team Principal point of view, I think it'd be fun to bring in Yellow Snowman right as we're about to start the race. I'll let him get through the first couple corners. We got a couple lights actually starting up. Once we're done with these few lights and the first few corners, we're going to bring Yellow Snowman into the box. Let's see Minico get off right here. And Andy's sitting in second. Andy, great launch. Way better than Minico for sure. Yellow Snowman obviously sitting back, just getting to watch two of his potential draft picks. We already have one in the back, huh? Corny. Oh, big one. And it's Mexico. Oh, no. Who did it? Oh, no. Midnight. Who did it?
I'm not too sure. I caught it just late, but it was just a mess of all these cars in the back. Jordan, Lollipops, Tig, or 5 Tig, Echo, and Michigan Fan. Michigan Fan's got no wing right now.
He's going to Anteater side. And Corny Table's obviously already out. He crashed. So we already have a lap 1 safety car, even though I remember them saying that there was no safety car. Or maybe I read that wrong. I thought it was no safety car.
Well,
we got one now.
Rules.
Oh, wow. That is a wild way to start. Minico, obviously a great start from him. Andy sits in second, Yellow Snowman common fourth. AK, one that I don't know too much about. He's one that I'm personally going to be watching a lot. Me coming at this from a Team Principal perspective, I definitely am curious about AK. Andy is a big one that I'm really curious about. And seeing how Lollipops, he's been with the league before, so I know how he drives relatively well, but I want to see how much he's improved. One person, though, that's newish, is Echo. And Midnight, I don't know if you remember Echo back when he was originally with the league, but it's been a while. He's come back.
Yeah, I think I might have I recall seeing some of his name in the standings from previously before I was here. So I mean, he's scored some points. He's on the history board. So
he is, yeah. He's pretty good when he's in his element. It's obviously all about tier placement for him as well. It's going to make a big difference. He actually already had a 5-second penalty from that start, so it must have been for a collision. Let's bring in Yellow Snowman and see what his thoughts are. Mr. Snowman, how's it going? Lap 1 safety car.
Hold in. Hi.
Hello.
I'm doing good. I was doing good, and then I blink, and all of a sudden half the grid is gone. So
yeah. So did you see what happened on the start? We happened to miss it.
I turned around after a group of like 3 cars spun. They were all behind me. I think it was like 4th row. That's where it happened.
Yeah.
I was considering pitting for Hards just now. I'll have you know.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But I think we're gonna have another safety car. There's no way we got through 15 laps safe.
Yeah, that's a pretty solid guess. I mean, we've got Echo and Lollipops putting on softs. Super aggressive.
That's a bit silly. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't get it either. Echo, I don't know if you remember Yellow Snowman. Do you remember racing against Echo?
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
I want to say
like season 4, right? And I know
say
Sacco had a few races against them. He was never in tier 1. I was in tier 1 the whole time. Right. So I know Sacco had a few races. He was pretty good. Accident prone, but pretty good from what I remember.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm curious to see kind of what he's got when it comes to how much he may have improved from season over season. and taking that time off. I know he took most of this time just to literally just be away from the game.
Yeah.
So
Honestly, that's all you need sometimes.
yeah, sometimes you just need a break and just to run away from Codemasters for a little bit.
Yeah, run away from the bugs, the glitches. Yeah.
Now I feel bad for Corny Table because you know, he's already out.
I heard.
Which sucks because this is the literal first race.
I'm Texas feeding the
League.
information.
Yeah, he doesn't even get past the start line. But on the bright side, he will start on pole for
that's the
Hungary.
one
So
good thing, right?
guaranteed
You'll
pole
see.
position.
You'll see if he crashes from pole. I mean, he's on pole. You'll know if someone punts him, right? Surely.
yeah, it's gonna be a little bit reckless. Now I'm wondering, what if? Imagine Corny is the one who accidentally caused that incident. To be kidding.
I mean, I wouldn't put it out of the realm of possibility.
Oh no. Now, hold on a second. Did you just see Echo and Lollitos both pit again? And Stig?
Yeah, and I'm wondering why. Are they playing some safety car shenanigans where they want to make it last as long as possible?
Echo put himself back in the
they're-
mediums.
They're really making me upset.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. I can understand why you would be. Echo put himself back in the mediums. So I think it was a smart idea. But then
Oh, it makes sense on paper, but in my head, I don't like it.
Well, safety car's going in this lap, so Lollipops is gonna have to get a move on. He's far
Oh,
away.
yeah.
He's barely even at
He
turn
ain't gonna
4
make
right
it.
now. He's not
He
making
ain't
it. No
gonna
way.
make it.
Unless Miniko goes really slow, he's not making it.
Yeah, and it
chance.
doesn't look like he is going slow. Echo's going to be pretty far away from the group as well. So what he thought was master plan is
Mike,
master fail.
my tires are frigid. They are super frigid.
Seems to be a very Mexico thing. Keeping those tires warm is a little bit tough.
Yeah.
We're about to see Miniko get him
Miniko
going.
do this.
There they go. Good luck, Snowman. I'll let you get back to racing.
Yeah. Oh, geez.
When he leaves us
Good
with an
luck.
OGs. Oh, boy. That means he might be a little bit scared of it, too.
That's one thing I do enjoy about the safety cars, just bunching the group up again. We can see how these newcomers are going to be racing. AK's up in 4th right now.
Yeah, he's doing a pretty solid job so far, that McLaren. That very chromed out McLaren. If he's holding off Jim Just Rage, remember Jim Just Rage is a comfy tier 3. So that's something to pay attention to. That's kind of like my big gauge right now, is kind of seeing how he's going to be fighting against Jim Just Rage. Calm, in my opinion, is a bubble tier 1, tier 2 driver. So he's not necessarily the best litmus test for pace for somebody else. But I think Jim is a very good litmus test. I think he's very solid tier 3. And right now, AK seems to be lapping a little bit faster than him, so I'm thinking he might end up getting into tier 2. We do have a yellow flag in the back. Looks like Jordan has spun. Yep,
Okay.
Jordan. He's alive. He did spin. It looks like an auto reset him to the track as well, so that's a little annoying. And Lollipops is 20 seconds away. Oh, poor guy. But Yellow put on those softs, so he's trying to make these go to the end, maybe. Or he said he thinks there's going to be another safety car, didn't he?
Yes. I'm hoping there's not.
Yeah, but there. I mean,
We'll see.
the statistical likelihood is definitely pretty high for there to be another one. I'm going to say. Pretty good shot of it, being honest with each other. Because this is a rookie race. And that means crashes. Now, Stig just got past Jacobson. He is flying on those softs.
Yeah.
Looked like a relatively clean pass, too, into the chicane. So that's going to look good for him. I have seen Stig race plenty, and I know he's fast. I would argue he's pretty comfy tier 1, but he was rated as a bubble driver of tier 2, tier 1 last season.
Okay.
He reserved for Haas a couple times, and he always put it down. He was really great. So he reserved both in tier 2 and tier 1 for Haas, actually. And his tier 2 results were really good. Tier 1 was solidly good, but maybe not quite as good.
I think I might have seen Andy race a couple times, or once at least. No?
I think you're probably right. Yeah, you know, he did. He did the last couple races, I think.
Okay.
We did just see Yellow Snowman get in front of Minico, so now he's going to start trying to gap him out. Will he be able to gap, though? He's got a little over half a second right out of Minico, who, as we saw in Australia, I don't know if you watched that race for Tier 1 Midnight, but Minico got second place in qualifying in Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And Ashton Martin wasn't too kind to him in the race.
it may or may not have been not that kind to him.
No comment.
So, yeah, so he's looking to kind of redeem himself and have a bit of a better showing, because that race, with the way it devolves, there was really just nothing, nothing he could have done, if we're being honest with each other. He tried, but there's only so much you can do when you're getting clattered. But right now he's got Calm behind him, and he definitely has pace on Calm, so I don't expect any clattering coming out. Did you know, Midnight, that Minico actually met him first at BRL, because he's also a commentator there?
Oh, I did not.
Yeah, he's actually not just fast with his words, but he's also fast on track, it seems. Somebody not so fast, that was Calm, who spun out. Bit of a mistake. Let's go. Jumps back in front of the Ferraris. Stig does catch 3 seconds for corner cutting in the S's. I'm not even slightly surprised. That's the spot to get it. But I am surprised that only 4 people have time penalties. Oh, well. Look at me jinxing myself. We got 3 seconds to Jim, 3 seconds to Stig, 8 to Jordan, and 5 to Lollipops. That's wild. I would expect there to be more time penalties at this point, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, they're keeping it close.
Who are you paying attention to right now?
I'm looking at Tig and Andy. They're right behind Jim. I think Andy's about to make a move. He can give it a look coming up here going into sector 2.
The thing is, Jim's got that DRS advantage just barely to stay ahead. But it's only just. It's only just. So I don't know how long this is going to last.
Yeah, there is a bit of a DRS train now, stacking up behind AK.
Yep. That 4-car train, which I like seeing. It's interesting to see how people drive in a train versus when they're in just that pure clear air. Stig. Oh, makes a mistake actually.
I think he gave him a kiss on the rear of Andy, and he was getting really close to his S's.
That would do it. Yeah, I think that in those S's, as you're right, it's really easy to get super close to somebody. And if you even have anything that can slightly unsettle your car, you're going to spin there. It's just too tight.
And I mean, if you're hitting the racing line correctly, you can go flat out and with the right setup through those S's too. So yeah, unsettling of that car at full throttle, throwing it off is a lot.
Yeah, speaking of somebody getting thrown off, that's Minico getting in front of Yellow Snowman with a nice, tasty little battle between the two of them. I'm sure Snowman will like to see how that racecraft went, and he's probably making some scouting notes right now.
And as that happens, Andy overtakes Jim just raged as well.
Oh, look at that. By a pretty solid margin, too. He already gained 8/10. Whoa. So, yeah, that DRS zone at the end of turn 3, going into turn 4, it's so powerful. The second one, in my opinion, is extremely powerful.
It feels so short, though.
Yes, it does. But it's enough to the point that if you get a good run out of turn 3, you're guaranteed to have the pass done. And once it's done, then it's pretty easy to kind of gap ahead through the S's, at least if you really hit them right. So if you end up having about a second to a second and a half on pace of the guy behind, you can fly away pretty quickly. I've seen. One thing I do want to do, meant to do earlier.
Yellow's around, and now he's falling back. Oh, he's pitting.
Oh, yeah,
Excuse
yeah.
me.
He went and dropped in the pits, yeah. He said that he was expecting another safety car, but that obviously didn't happen. So now all those people that are out on the mediums that are trying to make them go to the very end, they're going to be tires screaming at the end of this. I don't know if I like that strategy from that of trying to keep the mediums out for that, or keep their tires going for that long. In a short race like this, I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but I wouldn't handle it that way. What would you do?
No. I think Yellow Snowman might have this overcut done. Yeah. I think he might have made the right call.
If I find out now, it won't be.
Indeed.
I needed to make clear that I realized it did not. Was get your camera in, but now we can look at a nice little view that we've got. It's a new scene that we're adding in. We don't have a chat box yet, but it's gonna jump up in a bit. Also, K-Sizz has been the ultimate chat mod. Thank you so much, Kayla. You're the best. It's hilarious that people keep asking the exact same question. Why are there team principals in the race today? Yes, they are there to watch and scout and gauge the pace of everybody. Is the main goal for these team principals. So it's not just for the rookies to make this race. It's also for the team principals to get some data. MB Jacobson learning a lot about Echo right now as he just gets passed by him under the first chicanes. And Echo kind of bullied his way through a little bit, if I'm being honest with you, from the last little bit that I saw. That was a bit tight, but he got through. You know, no contact. That's a W, but it was pretty close.
A little aggressive.
Yeah, a little bit aggressive, wasn't it? Now, higher up, I'm going to take a look back at Andy, who's chasing down the back of AK and has the tire, in my opinion, advantage at this point, because those hards are going to the end. The mediums that AK and Minico are on, they're going to be, you know, fried by the end of this race. So,
see if anyone decides to go into the pits this lap.
You know, the only people that haven't pit are AK and Minico.
Okay.
So, I'm guessing they're going to pit in 2 laps time, maybe, or maybe next lap, and throw on the softs and let it go. That's my guess. Now, am I right? You know, not always, definitely. Hey, Yellow Snowman starting to charge the field. Take a look, see how he handles around Michigan Fan. Bit of a slower driver. So how does Michigan Fan handle getting overtaken by the Williams? He just kind of lets him through. Probably smart. Not really much he could do to get in front right there.
Oh, AK goes wide. Andy's getting real close on him now. Coming up through the S's sector 2.
That's getting tasty. This AK Andy battle. Let's go ahead and keep a look at this. Midnight, what are you seeing when it comes to the racecraft of these two so far?
These guys are keeping it clean. Andy's staying within range, just fighting distance. The last 2 times around the long straight of sector 1, Andy hasn't really had a chance to make a look up on the inside of turn 1. But he's keeping it safe. He's reeling them in. There is that big tire difference, so I think that's exactly what's coming into play for Andy here. But I imagine in another lap or 2, he might start to have an advantage. And as we see it.
Oh, there it
Minico.
is.
Oh, yeah.
Andy's going for him. Minico did go in the pits, so yeah, now it's just Andy versus AK at the front. And Andy's through. Pretty comfortably.
Looks like the DRS helped, finally.
Yep. And as you know, the car of AK will have to go in and pit still, so he's still got to go get some new boots. Jim Just Rage as well is going to have to pit at some point, though he is rocking some penalties. For those that are looking to join, make sure you go click on the description below the video, and you can find the link to the Discord. You can join straight off that Discord. This is Moose Racing League. We race every Sundays, and this is a rookie race. Just kind of scouting out some new talent and watching our new team principals as we get ready for the draft coming up pretty soon. As we're
things have...
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just saying, things have kind of settled down now after that first safety car. I think the gaps have kind of formed. We got this nice this group of trios running up front, and a little bit of pairs every now and then also. So, you know, guys staying in vision of each other at least. Yeah.
I'm curious to see how Minico chops to the field, because he is going to have crazy tire advantage. Oh, AK just grabbed himself 5 seconds time penalties. So that's going to put him even farther back. But I'm curious to see how Minico's going to handle chopping through the field, because him and Yellow Snowman are just kind of cruising. Moving forward. We've got a yellow flag, a rolling yellow flag. It looks like it may have been Michigan Fan. Yeah, it was. I don't know exactly what happened to him. But we got Minico and Yellow Snowman trying to chop up through the field to just catch up. I'm sure Minico's not going to put too much pressure on Snowman too early. Well, as I say that, I think he might actually go for a pass right here coming out of turn 3. Hold on a second. Oh, hold on a second.
Ooh.
Great dive. Gives Snowman just enough room on the inside. Oh, that's nice battling between the two of them. Snowman's really going to like watching this. as a team principal, he's going to be like, hey, this is a good one for me to add. That was really clean to them, actually. Wow. Now we're stuck into this thing with these two. Do you think Minico and Snowman have a chance at double podium?
Ooh. Let me take him. Well, everyone has taken a pit stop, but these guys up top, right? Like they're going long on these mediums. There's no way they can take those that long, right? All the way to the rest of the race.
I mean, they can. Is it gonna be a good idea?
Smart?
No, it's a terrible idea. Can
No,
they?
yeah, I think-
yes.
I think with Minico, if Yellow's staying within DRS range, like he's gonna tow him, and I mean they've already picked away what, almost 3/10, if not more, off MB Jacobson, so it might be interesting.
Yeah, Minico's especially just chopping up. I mean, obviously Yellow Snowman's just kind of ride the DRS and just kind of letting that wave, carry him forward. So, yeah, he's doing his best to just stick with Minico and kind of let him charge and plow a podium for him. So maybe that strategy works for Yellow Snowman. Maybe it doesn't. I think the old mediums, especially those of Echoes, are really going to fall off pretty soon. But he seems to be going pretty fast at the same time. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just totally wrong. Never know.
Yeah, another little interesting thing I've been paying attention to here. Jim and AK pitted just at the start of lap 14 or 15, I believe, or 13, excuse me.
Yeah.
And Jim he's already up to 2 seconds right in front of AK, and they were, AK was right on his rear, so Jim's made a big jump.
That's true. Oh, we got Calm retiring. He crashed out of the S's, and that's a safety car at lap 14. Oh, wow. Or sorry, lap 15. So this safety car is only going to be out for a very small amount of time. A lap and a half, and then we're going to be at it. So Echo and MB Jacobson, though they would usually be stoked about it, they're too far away to really take advantage of it. Jordan got really lucky. Michigan fan and Stig also got super lucky, able to use the safety car to their advantage and put on some softs. So if they can catch up to the back of the field, it's going to be dangerous for the rest of everybody. Michigan fan put on mediums, though.
Oh, interesting.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Maybe?
He should have had at least a one lap use this soft, no?
I thought he would, honestly. I'm surprised that he doesn't. Let me go ahead and take a look at Race Director.
He might have started with softs and went in after I don't know.
That's interesting. Yeah. So we're talking about Michigan fan. He started on softs, went to the mediums.
Sticking with another new set of mediums.
Yeah, so he had a pair of softs.
Interesting. That's not the play you really want to make there.
No, yeah, with such a little amount of time. Andy's going to pop in the pits. Echo will also go in. Evan Jacobson is going to stay out and opt for track position. He is chopped liver. I think he's just playing. Yeah, he really is just playing a track position play. Safety car will be going in at the end of this lap. So.
Okay.
We'll see, but.
Is that a fact?
Yeah, it has to. It has to go in at the end of this lap.
Okay.
Because they need to have 2 laps of racing. So
Okay.
Lap 17 and lap 18 will be under racing conditions. So yeah. Also, hello Tolby, hello Pogs, and everybody in chat. Hello Dylan, hello everybody. Remember, guys, if you guys are looking to sign up, go check out the description. Click the links below. Follow the Twitter. Make sure you sub to the channel. All the good stuff, all the self promo. Got to do it. So now while we're just kind of waiting for this whole thing to finish out.
Restart.
The safety car, yeah, let's restart. Do we think that Jordan's even going to be able to make it back?
I think he has a shot. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's going to be tight.
No.
Jordan, probably. Michigan and Stig, no shot.
Okay. Yeah.
I forgot. Sector 3 at this track is tiny. Yeah, see, there it is. So we're through the safety marker.
Right?
And Jacobson is going to
Gosh.
keep pretty fast pace. Stig is pissed. Hold on a second. You can see Stig right here. He's so mad because he can't get past Michigan fan. even though Stig is like a tier 1, tier 2 driver, and he's behind a tier 5 driver. That is really infuriating for Stig, I'm sure. Look at him. He's trying so hard to just get in front. He just needs to wait for the guy in first place to get past the start-finish line, and he can start making passes. Stig, if you're listening, you can start passing now because Ebby Jacobson is crossing the line, and we are resumed here for 2 more laps in Mexico. We got Andy putting some pressure on Yellow Snowman. How is he going to handle his potential new boss? He's sandwiched by potential bosses. Jim just raged and Yellow Snowman on either side of him. And he's going to make a super send into turn 1. Blocks off Yellow Snowman big time. And carries on ahead. So Yellow Snowman has the tire disadvantage like crazy. So the likelihood of him even staying in 4th is pretty low, in my opinion.
And Minico looks like he gets the overtake done on MB Jacobson going into turn 3.
Yeah, it's pretty easy, huh? I think it was a turn 4, yeah.
4, yeah, turn 4.
And then now it's Andy putting the pressure on him. How long do you think until he gets in front?
Not too long. He's going to overtake him during real quick.
Yeah.
Right here at these S's.
Yeah, and then because of the fact that we don't have DRS as well, yeah, no shot that he doesn't get through quickly. Those who are wondering what happened, did AK spin? No, he actually just went and pit for new tires because he had still yet to pit. He was rocking some really old tires, so he got off those hards. AK right now sits in 6th, does have penalties. What are we looking at penalties? Everybody on quite a few. Jacobson has a drive-through. Oh, he's going to go ahead and serve it right now. That's Jacobson's race over. He's done. Jim at 6 seconds, AK at 8, Jordan at 9, Stig at 6, Lollytop's at 3. Stig must have had a problem because he's farther back from Michigan Fan than he was when the lap started, so something must have happened to him. Right now, Minico almost 2 seconds in the lead. What the heck? Wow. He's flying, huh?
Oh, yeah. And Echo and AK back here battling with Jim. Oh, this is great going down into turn 4.
Nice move from 1. What happened to AK? Is he going to get in front? Oh, yeah, they're kind of just bullying Jim right now.
Right? Was there a little bit of bumping there?
It wasn't quite bumping, but it was definitely asserting your presence. That's for sure. As we're getting pretty close to the final 2 corners. And Minico, if he doesn't spin in the stadium, he's going to win this thing. How about that for Minico?
Oh, yeah. It's kind of what you expect after his performance in Australia.
Yeah, I'm not even slightly
qualifying
surprised.
At least.
There goes the fireworks, and it is for the Red Bull here. Minico comes across the final corner, and assuming he doesn't overthrottle it, he won't. He's going to win here in Mexico for the first of the 2 rookie races for the day, and he comes in 2nd. And with the fast lap at the end, Snowman gets 3rd. Nice job for Snowman to hold down 3rd. Echo gets 4th. Great recovery for him. Jim in 5th. AK in 6th. Jordan in 7th. Jacobson all the way down in 8th. Might lose it out, though, to Michigan Fan, as Michigan Fan is less than 3 seconds away from Jacobson. And Jacobson does have penalties. He, in fact, gets 20 seconds for an unserved drive-through. Don't know how that happened. I swear I saw him go in pits.
Right?
That's weird. But, yep, Stig gets 9th. Jacobson gets especially 10th. And Lollytops will come through in the back of the finishers. With Palm and Corny coming in 12th, 13th, which means our grid is the complete opposite of what you see right here. Corny table will start on pole for the 2nd race. Oh, boy.
Jim, haven't we had enough Red Bull wins?
Well, we gave you the driver of the day, so if that's what happens when a Red Bull wins, then I think you should be fine with that for a little while. Oh, this is fun. Oh, Pog says this makes me want to do midweek team versus team racing. Oh, interesting idea, Pogs. Well, if we were to do that, then whichever team has Minico would feel very happy because they got that easy P1. What is that avatar that Minico has next to his name? Is that like an alien? You see that Midnight? What is that thing with the red eyes?
Oh yeah,
It looks like an alien, doesn't it?
Let me see. Yeah.
Right?
No, yeah. Yeah. I think that's exactly what he's going for there.
Oh man, hey Stig's in the chat. Stig, let me know exactly what happened in that race. I'm curious. Actually, now's a really good time. Let's go ahead and bring in one of our other co-commentators for the season, Mr. Semtex. How's it going, man?
Good, yourself.
Going good. So I'm guessing you were just watching that race. What are your thoughts on the rookies?
Yeah, I thought M1 Nico had some great clean racing with yellow, something
Yeah.
to look out for team principals, and I'm sure going to tier 1 there.
Yep.
And AK, I saw just a bit of a slip up in the pits, getting that speeding penalty, and then also had a bit of a slow stop after that. So not great from him there, but other than that, looked pretty good.
Yeah, that's a good point. I did see some slight mistakes with AK, but it wasn't anything super crazy. Stiggs says that he didn't necessarily have the best time in that race. I'm sure he just he said, I had fun, but I had to take avoiding action every corner when I was behind someone. That unfortunately does happen when you're behind people that are absolutely not in your tier. Looks like we've got a few more entries for this race. So Estenba I know of, but Sig Monster, is that somebody that's with us? You guys know Sig Monster?
Not to my knowledge.
Huh?
No, never
I
heard of it.
wouldn't know. Let me give a quick look in the reserves chat real quick.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure who they are. I'm curious. Estenba, though, I know he definitely is part of us. He drives for Alpine. Last name, Okno. All right, that joke just flew over you guys' head. That's good to know.
It did. It really did.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Yep. Estenba, like Esteban, Esteban, and then Okno, like Okan. Yep. All right. Whatever. I'm gonna get up and get out of here. See you guys later. Pretend like that didn't happen. See ya. What are you getting up and leaving?
Adios.
Midnight, you got it. Take over.
Yeah, exactly. Midnight. It's
All
all good.
right, folks, here we go. No qualifying at Hungary. Reverse grid order.
Oh yes.
What does that mean for Estemba and Sir Sig Monster?
So they'll be just put in the back.
Okay.
Yep. It's actually a really great question to ask Mod, but I'm gonna assume. It's just put them in the back. If I'm being honest with you, I don't fully know. I'm not the one who organized this joke, or who organized this what's it called, this race. So I have no clue. Speaking
yeah,
of
it's Mod's problem to figure out.
Speaking of special races, I think now's a really good time for us to talk about some stuff that we've got going on in the next few days, huh, Midnight?
Yes, yes,
so
we got some exciting things coming up.
Yeah, you want to talk to everybody about what we've got going on for the rest of the week?
So we have our big media show coming up on Saturday, the 8th. So that's a couple days, 4 p.m. Pacific time, 7 p.m. Eastern. All you guys that are in the UK, figure that out. But we're going to be going over the season 6 awards. We're going to talk about, the best drivers. We're going to look at some other stuff, and it's going to be fun. We're going to have a lot of things to talk about. We're going to do
the calendar reveal.
Exactly, for season 7, the calendar reveal is going to be happening. We're going to be knowing what we're going to be getting into for, what is it, April 16th is the first race, I believe, of season 7. So
yeah, give or take.
Yeah. So that's what we got going on Saturday.
Also, I think team principal constructors will be announced on that show as well.
Yes, that'll be exciting. Then I'll know who to harass and tell the draft.
Now, which constructor do you want if you were to pick one, Midnight? Do you want to go back to Aston, or do you want a change of pace?
I think I'd love, honestly, the Williams. I'm kind of itching to get into that for some reason. Or, in all honesty, stick me into Mercedes. Kind of looking for some nice Silver Arrow racing.
I see. Well, hey, next year it'll be that Darth Vader car, that deep black. Gosh, I freaking love this year's livery still. I'm still fangirling over it.
It looks great.
But yeah, so then also this Friday, remember, we also have our All-Star race.
Yes. Oh, I missed that one.
Yep. So this Friday, for those of you guys that are curious about it, the All-Star race is going to be an invitational race where we are bringing in some of the most successful Moose drivers in history, those who have had championship wins and all that kind of stuff, and also some community votes to all race together for funsies. And that one will be commentated back on this channel with our amazing, awesome friend Rage Quit. Yeah, that one's gonna be one to be super stoked about. I will be also racing that all-star race because, believe it or not, everybody, because you guys all think that I'm crap at this game, I have won a championship. Okay. All right.
We
Those are
believe,
You,
Panju.
you
we
haters.
have to throw you up the front though, since it's an older championship on the reverse grid.
Oh,
Or
that's funny.
what's going on there?
Yeah, I'm gonna be pretty. I'm gonna be pretty high up forward. That's definitely sure. Yeah.
Hey, put me there with you.
Yep, exactly. So yes, that was my season 2 glory. Even though we're now going into season 7. Man,
Crickets.
it does feel like a dude, retelling his old war stories at this point because it's been so long. Like, yeah, it's been a while since I've gotten any good results. But that is okay. It's no worries. And then next Wednesday is our draft.
Yes.
That's crazy, dude. It's coming up so fast.
I'm excited to be on the draft board this season. It'll be fun.
It'll be a different point of view for you. So when you're thinking about a team principal, what are you looking for in a team principal? If you had to think of like the perfect team principal for yourself.
I'm looking for a guy or lady who I would say who respects clean racing and is looking for people who is people who are nice and I'm really all about energy, you know. It's I'm not really looking to be with the fastest guys. I just want to be with a crew that's cool, that can teach me a little bit, and that's a good group of guys. I mean, that's kind of the philosophy I had going into drafting my team for Aston Martin, trying to go for folks I kind of knew who were excited, and that I engaged with. So I'm just hoping to bond with some, a nice team, and hopefully, I heard some of the team chats were pretty crazy and mad at not pretty happy that Red Bull was so good, which is pretty funny.
Yeah,
but right.
I wonder which ones were saying that. I wonder.
Just
some of them.
Hey.
Well, hey, it looks like
who liked Red Bull this year?
Exactly. Yeah, who even was fans of them? Well, it looks like we are going to an amazing race here today. We're gonna go to Hungary, everybody, for our second race. Whoops. I messed this up. We don't even get this anymore. We don't get a track map, everybody. We're going to Hungary. We got 14 turns, 2.7 miles, 4.38 kilometers, and really only 2 DRS zones for this one. So not as much DRS passing, so it is relatively hard to pass here. But I do expect to see some brave passes around turn 5, the sweeping right-hander right after the first sector marker. I also do expect to see some other brave passes going into some of those last few corners, turn 12 specifically, are my non-DRS passing zone spots that I'm expecting to see. And turn 1, obviously, plenty of people diving that one. So do you think we're going to see a good old Valtteri Bottas super pile up here?
Oh, please no.
I mean, please, yes. What are you talking about? It sounds amazing.
Oh gosh, I want to see some crazy action going into that uphill left-hander or in sector 2. I'm not too sure exactly the number of the turn.
That's turn 4. Yeah.
Oh, it's a dirty one, man.
Where it's super fast.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It can catch you out, if you got some cojones going into it.
Yeah, turn 4 is gonna be wild. I'm sure, especially because we're gonna have pace differentials. It's gonna make a big difference too, because we're gonna have some people that are way faster, maybe stuck behind somebody who's a little bit slower. Well, speaking of people getting stuck behind people, we got the fastest people in the back, the slowest at the front. We got a reverse grid for the second race. It's time to go. 5 lights are on. And we're off. Coin table starting on the top. Com sits in second. Volley tops in third. Jacobson in fourth. Stig in fifth. But it's already moving around. Jacobson falling down the grid. Terrible launch for himself. Coin table's also losing some. And Snowman's flying through on the start. Whoa! Big dive from Snowman. We go 4 wide into turn 1. Everybody comes out alive?
Yes, I love it.
Hold
I think
on
Michigan
a second.
had to go into the grass for a second.
Yeah. A few people definitely dipped off a little bit, but I'm amazed. that everybody.
Oh!
Do we see a tap? Oh yeah, that's one. That's corny table again. No way. Was that all of him? Or
He bumped into, yeah, it looked like he bumped into yellow coming out of turn 3 and just kissed his rear right tire.
oh, that's tough. We see a Haas of Evan Jacobson going off track with Andy. They just kind of lost 2 positions. Ooh, that was a little wild. I'm surprised though that turn 1 went so well with the pace differential that we have in this rookie race. That's a little wild. One person I really wanted to pay attention to is this guy Estenba. I've heard some stuff about him that he's gonna be quick. So me as a team principal, I'm taking notes as well. And I'm really looking at how his racecraft is here. Bit of a aggressive move right there on the inside of Sig Monster going into turn. What was it? That's 12. Oh, 13, excuse me. So now he's gonna be back up on the pace. Sig Monster gets in front of Echo. Echo looking like a sitting duck, but too high of a downforce setup. He's gonna have to defend hard into turn 1, and can't defend it. So it's Esteban
Trying to move on AK.
Ooh. These two fighting it? That's fun. Now
Yeah.
the tire differential is also making a big difference. Michigan Fan is running on the softs. AK's on the mediums. It's close. No, they're not. Oh, Michigan Fan accident side swipe on AK, and we got a spun out car of I am Jordan. Oh boy, the chaos is starting. Sig Monster fighting around the outside of AK. Tries to get behind him. Has to break early. Led through. Estenbad doing a good job at not causing any collisions. But we got Minico. He's losing out some positions to Yellow Snowman. They're fighting side by side, very tight, in an area where it's really hard to stay next to each other. Whoa, this is
Jordan.
no, this is Minico and Yellow Snowman. They're going really right next to each other all the way to the end of this lap. For a whole lap straight. Oh, Minico finally makes a little bit of a tap on Yellow Snowman. I think he just got a little bit too aggressive on the side pod. He spun it. Now he's about 3 seconds back from Yellow Snowman. But Stig Lollipops is staying pretty relevant at the front right there. And Yellow Snowman's right behind him, though. If we're moving on the outside into turn 1. Yellow Snowman gonna easily accelerate around the outside of him. And he's through. Lollipops, not much he could do. I don't think he's gonna be able to repeat that same level of expertise that Snowman just displayed. Nope, he won't. He's staying behind. Wild stuff, man. This has been a bit of an intense start so far. And now it's Estenba and Michigan Fan again. Michigan Fan kind of getting caught up in some stuff.
Oh, yeah. He's really trying to fight and just make a name for himself out here on this track.
Yeah, I like it. I like that he's being aggressive, you know, when he's just brand new to the league, for lack of better terms. He's done some races, obviously, with us this last season, but he's just only reserved. So it's fun to see him putting up a fight early on. We do have a spin in the back. Looks like Calm has made some spins. I think he got caught out a little bit earlier. He's just trying to recover. AK making a potential dive on Michigan Fan in one of those spots that I said was going to be some aggressive overtakes. Didn't quite get it done, but he thought about it.
But that's a good prime place to make a good overtake right there, too.
Yeah. Catches people off guard to turn 12. Nobody's really ready for it. Oh! Speaking of someone who's not ready for it, it's AK not ready for a spin. Did you see that?
Yes.
Oh, no. He's lucky, though, that there was nobody behind him. But he just can't quite get the grip back down. He almost spins it out again. The pressure of the broadcast. The cameras. Just,
Lollipops and Minico getting mixed up. Oh, no.
But Jim's out. Oh, he's retired. Oh, no. Lollipops and Minico. Oh, no. Yeah, Minico's out. He spun. Do you think that was
collected around turn 2?
Was that Minico or Lollipop's fault? I didn't see it.
They were close. It might be a racing incident. I don't know. They were both kind of giving each other enough space there. Yeah, it's a tough one to call.
We've got 2 people actually having retired in the pits now. I am Jordan as well. Must have had a seriously bad race for him to retire into the pits on a 25er. That's unfortunate for him. You know, the luck doesn't always fall your way. Corny table, speaking of which, the luck really has not fallen his way. He's now spun out, coming out of the pits effectively. Him and Calm right next to each other.
Sig is out here making some moves in this action now. He's right on the tail of the Ferrari, the Alpine of Estenba. Also, man, these guys really, really just nose to rear.
Oh, Sig, bit of a mistake. I don't know if that was smart to try to go for it there. But he's probably a little mad because he feels like he's stuck behind someone that he's significantly faster than. He needs to find a safe way to pass. So far, good move right there into turn 1 for Sig. Yep, that was good.
Oh,
Much
yeah.
better executed. And yeah, he's going to be out in front. But Estenba sitting in 5th, trying to get in front of both Sig and Lollipops. I feel like Estenba feels like he should be up there fighting for a podium right now. If he can get past both of them, though, he's on that podium. Right now, it's Sig. What are you thinking about Corny Table's luck right now? Do you think it's luck that he's created for himself, or is it truly just bad luck?
Nah, the first race I'd have to go take a look at that, but this second incident, that was all on him. I'd have to say, you know, it was close, but you got to know the other car's there. You have to just lift off the throttle if that's what's needed. But yeah, I think that's totally on him. So, but that's an easy mistake to correct. That's an easy mistake to correct.
Yeah, it definitely is. I am just really curious to see this guy that I'm focusing on right now, Estenba in the Alpine. He was, like I said, he was one I was really interested in going into this session. So, and Andy now going to try to make a move on the inside of Lollipops. He's going to have it done easy squeezy. Lollipops, no way he can defend that. He's just stuck behind.
And Estenbach finally gets that move down on Sig, but Sig's trying to come back.
Oh yeah, that's tight. Definitely not over yet. Estenbach, good job to cover off that line right there. Tom looks like he's left the session. He's DNF. Oh, when did Tom DNF?
Oh, we missed that. I think it was like a lap and a half ago.
Must have been in the pits or something like that. Because no safety car came out. Jim just raged, has left the session. He DNF'd the pits, unfortunate for him. He may be just continuing to watch here on the broadcast. But for all the team principals that are still watching, you know, I'd say take a look here at this guy, as we obviously have already looked at Minico, who won the first race. He's looking good. Oh, look at this. Like I said, turn 12. Oh, Michigan fan did not give enough room, in my opinion. Minico got alongside.
Yeah.
But got way too aggressive at the same time. He's going to get lucky with a safety car, and it wasn't caused by him, but it's virtual.
Oh.
Corner table having gone as well. Minico missing a wing, and Michigan fan also missing a wing entirely. Man. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Corner table retired in the pits, so he's just got the luck of nobody right now. He has, like, you know, the awards ceremonies for those who finish the full season, but at this rate, we could already give that 1 leaf clover award to Corny Table.
Oh my, poor guy.
I don't know about that from Minico. That move around the taking the grass line.
Yeah, I mean,
It was close.
It was, but I feel like he should have been given a little bit more space.
He should have.
I don't know.
For sure. It definitely should have been. But at the same time, I think it was a bit of an overly optimistic move in the first place in general.
He could have made the move closer towards the end of the run.
Not just that, but he should have taken the inside line instead of the outside line.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he thought the outside line would have been a sneaky spot, which definitely was. But when you take those risks, you know, obviously there's potentiality of consequences, and it's just a driving style is what it seems as Minico looking to prove himself. You know, obviously, I'm sure these guys here in the rookie race, they're probably going to race a little bit more aggressive than usual, trying to prove themselves.
Yeah.
But he was definitely a lot faster. I think the patience would have served him better. He should be up into 4th or something like that by now. We got some pits starting. Stig and Snowman going in. So, what tires think Snowman's gonna pick? We got the
All right,
medium.
I might put on mediums. That's what I was about to say.
Yep. So Snowman, in my opinion, looking pretty solid to win this race. Him and Stig are the two that are the best likelihood to win this, but Snowman seems to have better raw pace. Estenba leads, but only because he hasn't pit. I'm sure he'll pit the slap. I'm sure, right? You think?
Yeah,
Midnight?
I mean, sometimes you're out there and you're looking at that delta and how far behind the guy behind you is, and if you can maintain that pace, sometimes you feel like you can extend the life of those tires and
That's a fair
keep
point.
on, go with another even quicker tire. So let's see what he decides here. He is pushing a little bit more time now on Sig Monster as we say that.
That's a very good point. However, Sig does have 3 seconds of penalty, so right now it does put him behind Andy, not even including his tire, and they both go into the pits. So they're going to be coming out right around that AK range. Maybe in front of AK and Lollipops, but I want to say it's going to be right around where they are. No, they'll be just barely in front of them. Not quite in front of Snowman. Snowman's going to be out pretty comfortably. Lollipops will be 6 seconds back. These two? Yep. Maybe a little bit less. There they go. Stenba and Sig. Out. I'm putting a lot of my focus right here on Stenba and Sig. I want to see how they do this. Stenba opting to warm the tires on his outlap. Midnight, do you ever do that? Like when you're just coming out of an outlet, when you're coming out of the pits, you just need to get those things heated up?
Oh my gosh, dude. I mean, I just try to be safe. I'm so wary of them being ice cold. And even if we're thinking about recency, in Australia, I came out on some mediums and I almost overcooked it on turn 1 coming out of the pits. It's just ice blocks just going over.
They are pretty sketchy, and especially on a track like Hungary. I mean, the first lap is just scary because it's such a high downforce track. It's so technical. And if you got those cold tires, you're going to understeer everywhere, and then you're going to oversteer everywhere, and it's just going to be awkward. So, yeah, I guess that's a good point. They are probably treating them like ice blocks right now. Now, Jack says Stig needs to be snagged by Haas. Interesting observation from Jack. Right now, Stig looking like he is possibly going to win this race, but Snowman throws in the fastest lap. He's got 8 laps to catch up to Stig. They're on equal tires. Right now, that being said, what are you thinking for tier placement? If you were the one making the executive call, would you put Stig in tier 1 or tier 2?
If I'm making the call, I'd have to say tier 1.
You say tier 1?
Tier 1. I'd say tier 1. There's a few people in tier 1 that I think might be moving down, and I don't know. Yeah, like seeing where he's pulling out right now ahead of Snowman. I think that's what I would have to say.
Yeah. No, I think you're probably right. I think Stig was that bubble driver for sure. And when I saw him perform in tier 1, he was never a top 5er in tier 1. He was also never a bottom 5 either. So he's comfy midfield tier 1. Ooh, Echo looks like he spun it. Yep, Echo's been having a bit of troubles. And
I do recall him putting in some fairly fast laps.
He has put in some good laps. The consistency has just not been there.
Right.
And, obviously everyone's going to be looking at different things and team principles. For me, personally, the things I care about, the biggest one is the consistency factor. I want to see that you just get good results and you have a way of, making smart decisions. And so right now, the people that I'm the most impressed with, it's Estenba, for sure. I'm quite impressed with. And Andy are my two that I'm the most impressed with so far. Because Andy, both races, was smart.
Yes.
Especially. I think he had the intelligence, and the sense of mind to play the smart game, play the safe game. He's 8.5 seconds ahead. He's definitely got a shot for tier 1. But in my opinion, I bet you he's going to end up being tier 2, which would make him a shoo-in for a tier 2 pick. Tier 1 pick, I don't know about necessarily a number 1 pick, but number 5 through 10 for tier 1, absolutely.
It's going to be interesting to see how this draft shakes out. Now that we had, one season with this team principal draft, we can see some consistency out of certain drivers in strengths, and we can see weaknesses. We got some good data too with the new standings information. So You know,
Yeah.
hopefully that can allow our team principals to make somewhat more informed decisions.
Yeah,
you know,
that data sheet was amazing.
As I hear you talking about like what you're trying to make your decisions on, I'm like, man, hey, you know, that maybe that is the type of a team principal I want.
Well, thanks. Yeah, I mean, like I feel like I made some very good calls last season.
Oh,
Um,
yes.
You know, it shows in some ways, in other ways it definitely doesn't. I think I especially let the team down in tier 2. I put so much pressure on myself, and that was a bit of a mistake for my own performance. I really actually thought to myself, like, oh no, I'm gonna challenge a championship. And I don't even get top 10, right? So that was a bit of a mistake where I thought I was gonna be getting the team a lot more points. But you know,
But that's because you didn't know also about some of these guys that were going into tier 2.
didn't
Like
know what
Mr.
Marcus Lips was gonna be like.
Lips.
Yep, had no clue. So wasn't much I could do on that one. But I will be, you know, a lot more whole tier minded, you know, whole grid minded, rather than just focused on just tier 5, tier 4, like I was last season. You know. So I'm kind of changing up my strategy now. Andy, speaking of strategy, is on the softs. He's 3 seconds out from Sig. He's got some work to do. Miniko, behind a bit of a slower driver. Is he going to get past quickly on this one? Or is he going to make a bit of a mistake again? There's the patience that we need to see. That was smart.
Yes.
He backed out a little bit out of the last corner. And,
Knows he'll get him with the DRS.
yep, smart. Much better, much better play. And he's making some pretty funny jokes. Williams says that they're the unluckiest team. Alpine says, "Hold my beers." That's pretty funny. They have been pretty unlucky, I must agree. AK, a bit of an interesting strategy. Pops in the softs late on lap 13. Everybody's done with pitting so far, so the one that's really the dark horse is Andy. Can he use those softs to catch himself up all the way to potentially even a podium? 5 laps to go for himself. And he's got a lot of work to do to get to that podium, but it's not out of sight. I mean, look at how much he's gaining on Sig Monster. Every corner, it's a 10th or 2. Watch this corner right here. Who's that 2 seconds going into it? 1.8 by the end of it. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. No kidding.
Yeah, it's crazy how quickly he's gaining right now. So, I expect to see, yep, there it is, that fastest lap. I expect to see Andy for sure to get past Sig. I mean, obviously on penalties alone, he's already got him, the 3-second advantage. But will he be able to catch Estenba? What do you think?
I don't think so. It's just there's not enough race for him to stretch it that far, I think.
I think you're probably right. You're probably right. Also, Sig jumps in the chat while he's driving just to say, I am not tier 1.
Nah.
As he's holding it down right now. He's sure he's lost his second to Yellow Snowman. But only just. Not by a whole lot, honestly. He still has a shot at a win right here to Stig. Now, Stig might sandbag and slow himself down a little bit just to get himself into tier 2. Let's see your strats. Let's see what he does. Crowds don't lie.
Exactly.
Yep. Dwayne makes a comment. He says, this basically feels like a tier 2, tier 1 lobby. And I say it's close-ish to a tier 2, tier 1 lobby. But we also got a couple tier 4, tier 5 drivers in here as well. Not a lot of tier 3 representation in this lobby. It was really just Jim Just Rage. It was the only one. And he's obviously out. So, and I would say Jordan as well is probably going to be tier 3, right? Yeah.
Jordan, yeah. He's got some good pace. I think he's like Bahrain is like his specialty track. Hasn't he won there back-to-back seasons, I believe, when I was taking a close look at it? But I think, yeah.
You know the stats better than I do. I think you're probably right.
Yeah, but I think, you know, he's usually near the top somewhere during a race. And he came on strong towards the end of the season this year.
Yeah. You know how you mentioned that you didn't think that Andy was going to get in front of Estenba? I agree with you. Simply because I've seen the pace, what he needs to be putting in. He's not getting it done.
Okay.
Oh, we got a spun on Michigan fan. Having lap, fortunate.
Yeah, Sig's losing a lot of time to Estenba too.
Yeah. So I don't think I don't think Andy's going to be able to catch back up to those guys. But I think Andy's got, obviously, 4th place in the bag. It's just a matter of will Estenbach maybe get a penalty to give him a gifted 3rd place at this point. And that I don't see it happening. Though Estenbach is right behind Yellowstone. He seems to have picked up the pace like crazy. Come out of nowhere, hasn't it?
Heck yeah. And it looks like poor Michigan fan might be getting lapped right now.
Oh, yeah, he already been lapped once. Now he's been lapped by Minico. Oh, that's tough, yeah. He's been lapped by the top 6.
That's right. We got 2 Red Bulls out on the grid. Excuse me.
Yeah. A little unfortunate. I know, yeah, 2 of them to just show everybody who's boss. Oh, so annoying. Silly Red Bulls. Oh, hey, Midnight, now is a good time since we got a little bit of a lull. You want to tell everybody about the fun shows that we've got coming for the season as well?
Yeah. We are going to plan 2 little highlight shows for y'all. We're going to take a look at the best overtakes, the best just onboard racing, maybe some of the best crashes, and most upsetting things to happen as well. So, we're going to try to find 2 really good dates to do a nice little time to do a review of maybe 2 to 3 or 4 races, draw up a little bit more of the storyline in between each of the tiers, and talk about, who's what things to keep an eye out for as the season goes on. And maybe even we can get some folks into the shows to get some interviews by the drivers who might be in contention for the championships, and the teams in contention for the constructors. So it'll be nice to see if we can get some team principals there as well. But really, yeah, it's I'm looking to have some fun with that, and I hope you guys are looking forward to it. Keep an eye out for some forums in our MRL Discord for that.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Imagine like a mid-season award show, for lack of a better term, just kind of recapping as we go, and a mini podcast of sorts. So that
Exactly.
they can be extra entertained and enjoying their time at Moose. Because I will say one of the best things about Moose Racing League, I think we probably have some of the best community engagement when it comes to our content that we get to produce for you guys out of any other league I've ever seen. Because when I see even PSGL, yeah, it's a giant league and they've got 1,000-something people watching the top tier. But then how many people watch, the lower tiers? 10?
Right.
We have almost equal viewership across every single tier here because we know how to make great content for you guys, all the way through. And because all of our drivers are super fun to watch. I think it's something that's very unique to us. Why we have so much good content to make for like mid-season podcasts. Speaking of good content,
right.
I think Estenbach might give us good content on Yellow Snowman. Is it going to happen? Oh, not quite. Thought about an outside move, but needs the DRS here and needs to get a really good exit, but it's just not good enough. We have a yellow flag in the back. Looks like Michigan fan gonna let through more people.
Andy finally getting into some action with Sig Monster.
Yeah. Andy's through. Big time through. Oh, Sig! Oh no, I put the camera on him for just a second and he spins it. He does reset to track, so bad. Tisk. But we'll have to let him know about that later. But besides that, he was having such a good race, and now he's spun a little bit. Now he's at risk of Minico catching up to him, depending on how much damage he might have. But yeah, well, Stig, he said he's not tier 1 pace, but he's coming around the last couple corners, and he's in the lead. So I don't know. It's looking pretty tier 1 to me. As that tier L Stig has 2 corners to go before he wins this thing. One last corner, and Stig is going to come through. A winner here in Hungary. Well done. Wins the second feature race here for the rookie race. Snowman gets second. Great result for him, of course. Estenbach third. Really impressed to see that. And Andy in fourth. Also impressed to see as well. Sig Monster down to 5th. Will not lose that position on penalties. Minico catches 6th. Lollytop's in 7th. Jacob Sim will catch 8th. AK will be 9th. And Echo was confirmed 10th. Michigan confirmed 11th, as both were lapped. GG's.
Oh, yeah. And I was paying attention when you asked me that question about Stig's placement. He was around 3 seconds ahead of Yellow Snowman. Snowman, he improved the gap, maybe 7/10. So, yeah, tier 1. I think, man.
Yeah, we'll see what's gonna happen. Tier 1's gonna be a little bit special. Hey, Stig, by the way, if you've got a minute, and you want to jump into the interview box, go into the media channels. And at the very bottom, there should be one that says interview waiting room. Stig, if you see that, go ahead and get yourself in there. We'd love to grab an interview with you. We're definitely gonna pull Yellow Snowman in here. So how about we go bring Mr. Snowman in here?
Let's get
Well,
the
hello,
team
Yellow.
principal.
How's it going?
That was good.
Yeah.
That was-
Well
like that
done,
one.
man. We're gonna guess what we have now. We have an official interview screen. Can you turn on your webcam?
Oh my goodness! Hold on a minute. Hold on. Hold on. I was waiting for this. Hold on a minute. This is my time.
Hey!
This is my time.
You know it
Yes.
switched the cameras around. What the heck?
Where am
What?
I? Am I in? My camera doesn't look loaded on my screen. Am I in?
It doesn't even show that your camera's on at all.
It's loading on my end too, so.
Yeah, it's loading on mine. No.
No worries.
The big reveal.
Yes, it'll happen eventually, or you just turn off the camera and turn it back on again.
That might have to be the case.
Yep. But either way, how do you feel about those races, man?
That was fun. That was a lot of fun. It's not loading, but that was a lot of fun. Estenbaugh really scared me at the end. That was close.
He's quick, man.
It's crazy. Him and Callum. Oh my god, they were fighting and they were still catching me. I was like,
Wait.
how is this happening?
Callum? Who's Callum?
CLU, the guy in 5th, Callum. They were fighting for like half that race, if I'm not mistaken.
Sig Monster.
Stig Monster?
That's who we see.
Yeah, on my screen it says Callum 2005.
What?
Is there a desync? That'd be lovely.
It
That's
says
funny.
Sig Monster for me. Stig, yes,
That's funny.
the waiting room. That's interesting. But yeah, well, hey, at least it seemed like you guys are having a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
I'm personally, just looking at everybody, obviously from a team principal perspective, looking at who I'm the most impressed by, and I was very impressed by Andy specifically. He drove some good racing. He had both races back to
Yeah,
back.
there's my face. There we go. Yeah,
Hey.
Andy was good. Andy was good. It's quality. He got that lucky safety car in the first race, but
Yes.
he hit it underneath that. He was smart enough to do it. So I guess that's where. Oh, I was tied with Minico. Dang it. No.
You guys
I
got
was
tied
1 point
on
off.
results.
But he gets it because he had the win.
Yep.
Dang.
W's for
Fair
Minico.
Fair
Even though
play.
he ends up coming in 6th the second race. Which, speaking of which, Minico, great showing for him, but unfortunate, crash in that last race right there. I know you didn't see it, but something to note, he made a bit of an overly zealous move on Michigan Fan, almost trying to pass him in the grass, and it ended up being, one
I
of those.
think that's all to pace difference kind of thing, right? Because
Yep.
obviously Michigan fans, one of the slower drivers, he just couldn't engage it properly. But I feel like in Tier 1, he would be a little cleaner. He was pretty good in Mexico. That was quality racing. I don't know if you guys
Yes.
caught that on your end. We had a
Oh,
really good fight.
we saw quite a
Yeah.
bit of it, and I was like, Snowman's gonna be taking out his notepad at the end of this battle because he's like,
Yeah, that was fun. That
Yeah.
was fun.
Yeah, I expect Minico to
Yeah.
do pretty well next season. And also, obviously, we all vibe with him because I don't know if you know this, he's a BRL commentator. So,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I haven't
also a
followed much
commentator.
of BRL, but yeah.
Stig says, yeah. So Stig, if you jump in the meeting room, obviously we can still just drag you in. No worries. Well, he's in the waiting room. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull him in a second. But, Snowman, any last words that you've got for us before we have you jump out? Go ahead and bring Stig in here.
Right, Minico, I see you. I'm coming for you, Tier 1 next season.
Yes.
Nah, it's all fun. Have a good one, guys. This was fun. I'll
Yes.
see you guys Friday.
It was a great
Yeah, man.
time.
Have a good night.
Adios, amigo.
See ya.
All right, let's go ahead and bring Mr. Stig in here. Oh, they just disappeared. Oh, I may have broken the media box. I think I broke the media box. I had a feeling this was gonna happen. Are we surprised that I broke something? It's the first stream, everybody. Are we even surprised?
Right.
We're not even.
It
slightly
can all go
surprised.
right.
Exactly. I mean, it definitely can, but it didn't. But the things that did go right did definitely go very right, and I think that was a lot of fun for our first news stream.
Oh yeah. On YouTube, this was great.
Yeah, dude. This is I'm glad that we got to finally make this transition. I'm excited for all the extra stuff we get to do for you guys this season. Not just you know, the streams themselves here on YouTube, just for the commentary, but also the midseason, you know, shows that we're gonna do between you and I midnight. Also, we'll be, you know, pumping out YouTube shorts in here, and just really making it a better, vibrant, you know, environment, which I'm really excited for. So, yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
It's all about making memories, right? That's, you know, and I've had a blast ever since I've joined Moose Racing League back in season 5. Well, actually, in the in the tail end of season 4, but I wasn't.
Yeah.
You know, I was just like, I'm not willing to speak up just yet, trying to figure this thing out. But yeah, this is a great place, you know, to make memories with make some new friends, have some fun racing. There's nothing better, I feel.
Yeah, I think we're pretty blessed here. Stig says he's on Xbox. That's why we couldn't drag him. That makes sense. Well, we'll have a better solution, because I do realize we actually have a lot of console players now that I think about that. We'll have that planned. That way, when we do start the actual season, in 2 Sundays from now, we're going to have a much better system for our interviews. Don't you worry, everybody. This is a nice little test stream just to make sure it all flows, you know, smoothish, which I guess it was smoothish. So we'll take it. You know, any last thoughts, Midnight, for the rest of the rookie drivers who didn't get a chance to drive today? What do you think they should be doing to plead their case to team principals if they have a specific person they want?
Yeah, just, you know, other than making sure you're submitting those time trials, just be vocal, you know, share, you know, ask questions about how to improve on your racecraft, ask questions in these tips and these tech channels, and see how to get a better setup and things like that. You know, engagement is huge, and that's gonna only help you, you know, build a better connection with any team principal that you might be drafted by, and just the overall community, which everyone's willing to help. Everyone's great here. So
yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. Well, hey, for all you guys that jumped in and watched our very first stream here on the MRL YouTube, thank you so much. You guys are amazing. I'm super excited for next season. Yeah, remember, our All-Star race is this Friday. Then our preseason show will be this Saturday, where we do calendar reveal, we do our awards show, and we do our team principal reveal for season 7. And then, of course, the draft is exactly in 1 week from today. Thanks again, everybody. Midnight. Time for us to get out of here.
good night, fellas.
Bye, everybody.
Tell me where to go, what to do. To another flow. Tell me where to go, what to do. To another flow. Show me the stars. Show me the stars.
Turning in a little bit too early. JWebC has lost his front wing along with his front wing damage to Betso.